What's up LEGO fans, it's LEGO Man Cam, and today let's get things started with the first set, which I'm calling Deadpool's Bye Bye Battle. This would be a really small $20 set and include Deadpool in his regular suit, Wolverine as a skeleton made from pearl silver elements to show the adamantium, as well as two TVA Minutemen, both fully decked out with armor and helmets. The builds would be pretty simple here as it is mainly a minifigure pack, but it would include Logan's grave, as well as one fallen and two standing trees, essentially depicting the opening fight and dance scene from the movie. There could then be a few of these larger orange window pieces to act as the TVA's portals. This would of course be the smallest set from the wave, but I think it would be a good taste tester for people, and if they enjoyed this set, then they might purchase some more of the bigger sets. Now moving upwards, we have a $30 set. This is the Void Road Trip. This set would of course include the blue car that Deadpool and Wolverine drive around in for a large part of the movie, as well as a small cornfield off to the side to display the characters in some fight poses. There would also be room inside the car to pose Deadpool and Wolverine to recreate the fight scene that they have. This set would include Deadpool once again, however he would be unmasked, which would make this variant exclusive. Wolverine would be in his yellow and black suit, however he would have all of the battle damage from his fight with Deadpool. There would also be a nice Deadpool minifigure with unique prints for his torso and legs to show his kind of shinier design, as well as two golden pistols and a really long hairpiece. I would then also include a new mold for Dogpool. I think this set would be another great smaller set to give people Deadpool and Wolverine, the two main characters from the film, but then also be able to start collecting some Deadpool variants with Dogpool and Nice Deadpool. The next set would be $50, and this would be the Deadpool Corpse Battle, depicting the scene where all the Deadpool variants attack Deadpool, trying to send him back to the void. The builds would include the bus that Deadpool and Wolverine fight the variants through, with smashable windows and breakable parts, and a decent amount of room inside to place the minifigures. There would then be a small hot dog cart off to the side for Deadpool and Wolverine to hide behind before the fight breaks out. Figure-wise, this set would include Deadpool in his regular outfit, however this time he would have both of Nicepool's golden pistols. This would be the only set to include masked Wolverine with his black and yellow cowl and a reversible head to be able to show the iconic white eyes. In terms of Deadpool variants, there would be Lady Deadpool using a blonde hairpiece to represent Blake Lively's look from the film. There would also be Sheriff Deadpool as seen in this moment, which would help to bring down the value of that San Diego Comic-Con variant. I would then also include Peter Pool with a unique torso to show off his larger size compared to the other characters, and then a swappable head to show Rob Delaney's face underneath and a spare hairpiece. And last, I would include a minifigure head with a flying hat to represent Headpool, or whatever that guy's name is, the little head that is flying around, and then also a recolored baby body and head to make Baby Pool. The set's builds would be quite small for the price, however similar to some of the Star Wars sets like the Battle of Peridea, the minifigures would be the main draw here, and the increased number of figures would help justify the price. The next set would be a representation of one of the earliest scenes in the film, and this is the battle directly in front of the 20th Century Fox logo when Wolverine and Deadpool are first sent to the Void, which I'm calling Enter the Void. Also, just quickly, if you are enjoying so far, please subscribe to always see the latest videos as there's so many more on the way. The builds would include a really detailed 20th Century Fox logo with plenty of posable elements to be able to place the figures fighting around it, even though that isn't exactly what happens in the movie. This would be made with primarily dark tan color and some drum lacquered gold pieces printed in, similar to the Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet that we got a few years ago, just because it would cost way too much to include all golden pieces. The other build would be a small radar dish to the side for Johnny Storm to fall on. In the minifigure department, this set would include just a regular Deadpool and Wolverine without any kind of battle damage. There of course would then be Johnny Storm, who would have a cape and a cloak to hide his Fantastic Four logo, which you could then remove to show off his full costume. The other three figures would then be Sabretooth, who of course instantly loses his fight with Wolverine, with a large blonde hairpiece and printed facial hair on his head, as well as Toad, who only briefly appears in this scene, but would be made with a new goggle/hair molded piece, as the set would need quite a few antagonists to fight the main characters. And then lastly, there would be Pyro to take on Johnny Storm with a dark tan and dark red color scheme, and it would include his goggles around the neck in a piece similar to the Monkey Kid's headphones. This would be the second biggest set of the wave, likely at something like an $80 to $100 price point. There would then be the biggest set of the wave, of which I'm all expecting you to have already guessed what it would be if you have seen the movie, but this would be Cassandra Nova's Ant-Man headquarters. The build would of course be the headquarters itself, however I'll go into more detail on what I'm imagining. The The build would include the front gate, which could be destroyed to show how Blade blows a hole through it using Punisher's rocket launcher. The two sides of the fortress would have some scaffolding, similar to the scaffolding on the No Way Home Final Battle set, but on a much larger scale, and this is where you could place a number of minifigures and have them play out some battle scenes from the movie. The main body of the build would of course be Ant-Man's skull in the back sort of center of the build. The skull would be very large, somewhat similar to the Skull's Sorcerer's Dungeon set from 2020 Ninjago. There would be some stairs that would take you right up into the mouth of the head, and there would then be some room inside the eyes where Cassandra's main room would be, where you could have her battle Deadpool and Wolverine. In terms of minifigures, this set would have an absolute buffet. However, I notably have chosen to leave Deadpool and Wolverine out of this set, as I feel like this set perfectly fits with the set of Nicepool's car, and this car does play an integral part in the scene. So I'm thinking you could pair both of these sets together and you wouldn't get any duplicate minifigures. Anyway, the minifigures here would be Cassandra Nova, who would be a relatively simple minifig with just a brown coat over a white shirt and bald head. There would then be Juggernaut, who would just be a regular figure but use some bigger style prints and an armor piece, similar to Wrecker from the LEGO Star Wars Bad Batch shuttle set, and he would also have a new helmet mold, which was a crucial part to the scene. I would then include Azazel, a minifigure we've never gotten before and he could definitely stand out amongst the rest of the characters, with his stark contrast between the red of his face and tail, and then his dark black suit and hair. The other villain I would include would be Lady Deathstrike, a very minor character and similar to Wolverine in her powers, but she would use a different claw mold with some black hair and a mainly black outfit. Looking at the heroes, these would then be the main 4 characters that joined Deadpool and Wolverine in this fight sequence. Beginning with Elektra, she would use 2 sais as weapons and have a mostly red design with her longer hairpiece too. Next up would be Blade, using some swords as weapons and a short black hairpiece. I'm thinking Zane's hair from the LEGO Ninjago movie would work perfectly here in black. His figure would be mostly black and grey with its prints on the torso and legs, and then includes some glasses printed onto the face as well. The second last figure would of course be Gambit.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
He would be similar to the one that was recently added to Fortnite, which gives us a great reference point, using a black printed head with the face on the front and then a brand new hairpiece to show his classic look. He would come with a couple of different playing cards, one in white and one in trans purple to show it powered up. And last but not least would of course be Daphne Keane as X-23 herself, with a relatively basic outfit. However, she could use some claw pieces like Wolverine, and also a double-sided head, with one showing her rocking the iconic pink glasses that she gets from the gas station in Logan. Overall, this would be the flagship set of the wave, and I'm thinking it would cost close to $150 to $200 if we really want to get a nicely detailed base. As I was coming up with this list, I couldn't help but think I didn't create a figure for Paradox. Now, while he wasn't the best villain for a Marvel film we've ever had by any means, he was a fun character. So I figured I would create a small GWP or gift with purchase set similar to the Lars Homestead, with Paradox and the main TVA watch room layout. This would have the main walkway and some control panels, and then a wall full of TVs with different MCU moments. These could be done as prints or stickers and could include Legofications of scenes like the Avengers team up or Thor seeing Deadpool die, which is apparently a tease to a future MCU film. With that being said, that would be my full wave of LEGO Deadpool and Wolverine sets. I tried to include what I thought were some of the most memorable scenes and locations from the film, and ones that would be unique to this movie, not just more motorcycles or mechs like we seem to always get from LEGO Marvel. Anyway, please comment below if you would pick up these sets, and comment any changes or new sets that you would make in your opinion. If you enjoyed though, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.